Hmm. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of Wrestling Prime. I am your host, Tom Dog, the boat in broadcasting. And yes, we are here. We are live. We are going to tear it up on this Saturday night. And yeah, I got to make sure I had as little as much headroom as I have. Everything till now, everything's perfect. So, yes, welcome to a fun filled episode of Wrestling Prime. I did post up a video last night. On I did a show on Twitch. I wasn't planning on it, and I didn't want to wait till today to do it because I didn't want the show to drag out as much as I did last night because I did the full hour. So and or more. So yeah. So yeah, if you want to check that out, you can. But after this show because we're live. So yeah, we are going to. So yeah, we're pretty much going to be reviewing the Saturday night's main event that just took place a little while ago and just wrapped up and everything. Just wrapped up recently. There was no press conference or anything like that. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. But before we do, we got some shout outs to do and some plugs and everything like that. The chat room is open, so come on in. Don't be shy. Say hi and voice your opinion on what you thought Saturday night's main event went for you guys. So yeah, we're gonna be having a good time here. So, and I shook the camera. So yes. So yeah, big shout out to this episode is actually yeah this episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. I haven't talked about that. I haven't shout them out for a long time. Um, it nothing happened. It's just that I just couldn't access their webpage, but I guess it's up and running now. Um, so yeah, big shout out to them and yeah, they got a huge. If you have Let me start over. This episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Um, if you happen to be in the Southington, Connecticut area and you want to check out this lovely store, you should, because on Father's Day they got a huge event, a huge meet and greet coming in because they acquired a Hall of Famer and they acquired a Hall of Famer, a WWE Hall of Famer, and not just any ordinary WWE Hall of Famer, but a Hall of Famer that just been inducted this year, and it's the one, the only Tugboat, Typhoon, Shockmaster, whatever you want to call him. It is Fred Ottman, uh, better known as the one half of the Natural Disasters Typhoon. And so yeah, um, I am going. So I'm going to go to it, and I'm going to be um checking out the fun there as well. And however, and I got some things to work out and everything. So if things go well, I'll maybe there'll be some other stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, Fred Ottman will be there. Just recently got inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame earlier this year, at WrestleMania weekend. So yeah, um, definitely. I'm gonna. So if you are vacationing here in Southington, Connecticut, then not only will you get a chance to meet uh, Fred Ottman, but you might even get to see me. So who knows? But yeah, definitely you don't want to miss out on that. It looks really cool, and it's going to be on Father's Day, so you don't want to miss out on that as well too. So well, it's going to be a lot of fun. So and if you want directions and where it's going to be, and if you happen to be vacationing, as I said in Southington, Connecticut, go on their website at uh, mjvideogames.com, and you'll get to see where to go and everything like that. You get more information on where to go. So yeah. So yeah. This episode is also brought to you by W Energy, and what is W Energy? It's not this, but it is an energy supplement that has no sugar, no artificial colors, flavors, or dyes, and zero chances of you crashing or getting laid out by anybody. So if you don't want to get taken out, um, I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry. Ugh, allergy season. It is bad this year. I am horrible. But you know what's not horrible? Taking advantage of this wonderful offer at our good friends over at W Energy. You go to w.gg right now, use that promo code BRILL that you see on the screen right now at the checkout, and you'll save 10% on your purchase. So anything at the store, you punch in that promo code at the checkout, and you'll be saving some dough. So yeah. So and maybe you'll do a better job of pitching this than I am. So that's probably the reason. So so yeah, definitely. And plus also that 10% off can really help the channel out and everything like that. And you know, it's my way of saying thank you. So yeah. Um so yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Saturday night's main event, shall we? So always nice to see Jesse Ventura there. He's always good to see and everything like that. Doing that heel commentary, what he does in those in regardless of what kind of match it is and everything. So he was on hand and everything. So it was really really good. And we'll talk more about that later. And um so yeah, Saturday night's main event. So yeah, this was pretty good. Opening contest. Opening contest um was the tag team match of Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker taking on Sami Zayn and CM Punk. They opened up the show, and it was a good match, very good match. Um, it's a really good way to open up the okay. Thought I had a sneeze there. I apologize, but yeah, I thought I had a sneeze, but false alarm, I guess. But I do have to blow my nose. So even though I didn't sneeze, I still am leaking nostril fluid. So yeah. Oh boy. Oh crap. So, um, there's no really good name. There isn't really a a name for this new group, but I think I brought this to attention uh last time, and I pretty much called them the Dangerous Alliance. I know this because I made that into a faction um on the 2K25 game. So yeah. Um so yeah, it looks pretty good. And it everything and yeah, the match was really, really good and everything like that. And so yeah, I've had a lot of good time. Great way to open up the show. And they were all, what you expect in a match like this. At one point, CM Punk was about to get his hands on Paul Heyman. However, he was blindsided by a return of Bronson Reed. Yeah, Bronson Reed came out, took out CM Punk, took him, threw him into the barricade, and yeah, he destroyed him. And and then see and then Sami Zayn got taken out. 1, 2, 3. The Dangerous Alliance wins, and it looked like Bronson Reed was about to tangle with Braun Breaker, but Seth Rollins um, held him back. They Bronson and Seth embraced, and so now the 2-man group is now a 3-man band, and so yeah, um, so it has grown. So it's now uh, now a trio, and they are so yeah. This could be a force to be reckoned with, and I swear to God, if they do not refer to them as the Dangerous Alliance, I'm going to be upset. But as I was just saying that in the WWE 2K game, I actually predicted that I actually put Bronson Reed in with that faction. So yeah, I did. so so yeah, I guess you could say I called it. So I predicted it. So I gotta tell my buddy that I called it. So yeah. Um. So what else is going on? So yeah. So yeah, it was a really good match. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I'm not going to do the rating system like I do with the PLEs and everything like that. So I know I got a lot of I'll be doing a lot of grading tomorrow for Double or Nothing. So yeah, that's gonna be good. Um, so what else is going on? Um, Up next was the women's U.S. Championship on the line with champion Zelina Vega defending her title against Chelsea Green. Um, so fun fact. Am I bleeding? Oh, okay. I bursted the eardrum. I swear to God, Travis Scott had nothing to do with it. But anyways, so yeah, so interesting fact about this match between Chelsea Green and Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega is undefeated against Chelsea Green. So yeah, Chelsea has not won a match against Zelina Vega, and this was pretty much a normal fast pacing match, and Zelina Vega won and retained the title. And So now she is 5-0. So now Zelina is 5-0 against Chelsea. So yeah. Oh my God, that is crazy. Um, so yeah, I wonder what's next for Chelsea. So yeah. So yeah, it was a decent match. Nothing really to go home. It was pretty much basically a grab a snack moment, you know. And then when you come back, the match is over. And I'm like, what? So yeah. Um. So up next was John Cena going up against R-Truth. Non-title match. This was a non-title match, which I thought was okay. Um, Interesting fact about this. R-Truth is um two going into this match. R-Truth was 2 matches to 1 against John Cena, so not bad. Not a bad record and everything like that. So um, it was really cool. R-Truth is definitely one of those guys where they better not release him. I mean, I know it's going to be sad one day when he retires, and I'm trying not to dread that day because I love R-Truth, and you know when I see him, when I see R-Truth on the video game on 2K25, it he even brings that hilarity into the island, and he has like a little story and everything. It is super funny as hell. Um, he gets himself into if you haven't played the island, you should. It's funny. It's really good. In light of what people may think about it, it is really really good. And so um so yeah. Um so yeah, this match was really really good, and seeing them in the ring together is such a delight because they do work really well together. And seeing them in this on Saturday night's main event is extra special too. And but yeah, R-Truth, he never changed because I thought watching him, he's really cool. He is really really cool, and I enjoy that. And so yeah, he brings a lot of entertainment. He brings a lot of entertainment to the WWE, and he needs stuff like that. I mean, he definitely puts the E in WWE, and that E stands for entertainment. So yeah, he is he's a joy to have. And so yeah, John Cena wins the match, and um it was a really good match. So like I said, they really worked really well together. And you know, we thought that John Cena was going to get like a disqualification. Looked like he was about to take him out of the belt, but he stops and then hands the belt over to the ref. Ref goes and puts it away. Then while the ref's back is turned, John Cena you know kicks R-Truth in the gonards and then finishes him off with the 1, 2, 3. And so yeah, it was a really good. It still was a good match. John Cena being that heel that he is and everything, and he just he's doing it really well. And um later on after that match, he goes and he's in um Jay Uso's getting ready for his for his match with Logan Paul in the main event, and then John Cena confronts him and saying that the last time we saw each other was at Royal Rumble when you threw me out of there and everything, and then he pretty much just said, you know, just think if Logan Paul beat you, you would have lost to a YouTuber, and he would ruin wrestling. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, it was really good. I think we're going to see a champion versus champion somewhere down the road, and I think that's going to happen. And but yeah, that was a so yeah, that was a good moment right there, and maybe even foreshadowing to what's coming up later. Who knows? And so yeah, up next is the steel cage match. Jesse Ventura was on commentary for this one, and getting this match set up. And boy, was this match good! Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest. This match was really really good, and they work really well together and everything. And this was a brutal match. Not as brutal as the one that they put at WrestleMania, but yeah, it was damn near close. Or no, was it Backlash? I forgot which, but either or, this match was brutal than their street fight that they had, and it was really good. It was really good match. I was entertained. Um, it gone as how you would expect a steel cage match to be. And I don't know how they got a steel chair into the ring, but yeah, that happened. So maybe they put it in. I must have missed that part. But yeah, nonetheless, it was still good. And near the ending of the match, the concerto was brought up, and Michael Cole name dropped Edge. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And nice little shout out to Edge, Adam Copeland, or Cope as he likes to go by as in AEW. But yeah, it was really really good. Really really good. And he walks out of the cage. Damian Priest walks out of the cage after the concerto. And Damian Priest wins the match. Um and then Jesse gets all upset. It's like, that was a cop out for it, just that he took the coward way out. He should have climbed the cage and everything like that. I mean, I kind of agree. Could have climbed the cage, but I guess he wanted to. Oh, yes, absolutely. I did too. I did too. See money. I absolutely did too. That. I mean, what a cowardice way to go out. He should have climbed the cage. Can't believe they didn't mute him. I don't think there was any justification for him to be muted. Um, I mean, I don't think anybody should mute the body. Nobody can mute the body. So yeah, my cheap Jesse Ventura impression, and it's getting worse and worse. I agree, Tom Dog. Your impression of me is very very lousy. So you should just stick with the Donald Trump impression. That's where you most shine. But yeah, it was still a good match, and but yeah, I do agree with Jesse for that he should have climbed the cage. instead of or like pin him in the ring. But they you know, to be honest with you, I don't really like when anybody walks out of the cage anyways. I really don't. It just seems it does seem lazy, and you know, they should just, you know, either they should just climb the cage or just pin the guy. I think that's more sufficient. That reminds me, I got a cage match to book myself in, and it was it was. I'm not gonna lie. That really was a lame finish, you know. But um, I guess it tells the story on as to what happened next. You know, Drew McIntyre gets taken on the stretcher, but from what I'm understanding is that Drew McIntyre's taking some time off, so he's he deserves a break after that. So he's going to come back refreshed and everything, and yeah, we're gonna see some we're gonna see him come back and do some damage. And I wouldn't be surprised if Drew McIntyre was booked into the Dangerous Alliance with with Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins. I think that that'll be a good faction right there. You know, that's what I think. Jesse said what we were all thinking, but he buried the match. I still can't believe it. If Vince was in was if Vince were in Gorilla, he'd be storming off the ringside in 2 seconds. Nah, he would. I don't think that Vince would um he wouldn't storm off of that, but he would be saying something to Jesse either backstage or in this earpiece. Say, Jesse, what are you doing, pal? And it's like I'm just doing what I was paid to do. So, you have your own problems, anyways. So, but yeah, I don't. You know, I thought you know, I mean, you know, technically Jesse's still that heel, still that heel commentator, and you know, you gotta love that. And so yeah, it really good. But the burial was was really good. I like that. I do like that. And but yeah, even you know, a lot of other um you know, a lot of old timers even call that out too. That walking out of the cage is so lazy. You know, it's just lazy booking, and they're right. They're right. You know, but you know, I just think that they should just remove just that part. You know, just getting out. You know, getting the you know, they're like no walking out of the cage. You just either climb the cage or to pin the guy. And so and so yeah, but nonetheless, Drew's going to be you know going to be coming back refreshed and everything, and get back into it and everything. And I think we're gonna you know we're gonna see a lot. You know, he's going to be booked a lot better when he comes back. So yeah. Up next is the main event. Um, Jay Uso defending his title again, you know, defending his world championship against his world heavyweight championship against Logan Paul. Um, I wasn't really finishes have to feel satisfactory, and Jesse booed all over it. But you gotta admit it was funny. You gotta admit that was actually entertaining. So I mean, I'm a damn good storyteller. So he is, he is. So He used to do a show called Conspiracy Theory. I remember that, but yeah, it was for all you conspiracy theorists. Anywho, Logan Paul going after the World Heavyweight Championship against champion holder Jey Uso. Very good. I was actually impressed by this match. I mean, not impressed. I'm not impressed with Logan Paul with his wrestling. Um, Jay looked good. Jay looked good in this match, and the crowd was really into it too. And so yeah, it looked like you know uh, Jey Uso was going to win. Was going to there was going to be a clean finish, and would have been good had it not been for the referee getting dragged out, and who was responsible for the drag out. John Cena. He comes in there, drags the referee out, um, pulled him out to the ring, pulled him outside of the ring, and started going to work on Jey Uso, and was getting beat up and everything like that. Logan Paul escapes and goes to one of his buddies on the outside and grabs the brass knuckles. Here comes a, and then music hits. It's Cody Rhodes. He comes in for the save and took Logan Paul out with the uh, with the crossroads. Jay comes in for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Match is over. Jay retains. This should have been a disqualification because of the fact that John Cena was the one responsible for pulling the referee out of the ring, and yeah, that should have happened. Um, so I guess if the referee didn't see it, I guess, but the referee got pulled to the outside. I mean, should have known. But, how can you not know that John Cena was getting pulled out? Yeah, I know he could have said he couldn't see him because of that, but still, when he got up, and saw that John Cena was the one that did it and everything like that, that should have been disqualification. But anyways, I'm nitpicking and everything. But yeah, the better man won, and that's Jey Uso. And so yeah, the match was really, really good, especially because of the fact that Logan Paul lost. So yeah, so I'm extra happy. Um, so so now we have so it finishes off with Cody saying this, it looks like you got yourself a tag team partner for Money in the Bank. Me and Jay against you and Logan Paul, and the crowd went nuts and everything like that. So yeah, this was really, really good. Um, I'm actually I'm okay with it because there's no title matches involved. So as long as there's no championships involved and everything like that, there you go. Keep Logan Paul away from any title contention, especially the main, the world championship, and you're fine. But yeah, it is kind of interesting that seeing um, Logan Paul and Cena teaming together. Um, I honestly, to be honest with you, and it's going to sound weird for me saying it, and it's not the alcohol talking because I don't get drunk after one sip. Unless if it's a mind racer, then that's a different story. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. I'm not. I'm okay with this. I am okay with this. So yeah. But as long, hey, like I said, as long as Logan Paul is not not anywhere near a title match or anything like that, I'm actually glad for it. So, you know, I'm okay with it. So we shall see. We shall see. And I actually, so yeah, this is going to be a good Money in the Bank coming up next month. I thought it would be in July, but actually it's going to be next month, June 7th. I think they said that it was. And so yeah, it's going to be really really good, and I'm looking forward to it. Everything. Mhm. So overall, what I thought about Saturday night's main event, good, very passable, very I thought it was very passable. Um, got me on the got me watching and everything like that. Zelina Vega and the Chelsea Green match was a little weaker of the five matches that they had, and yeah, it was still, but nonetheless, it's still a good show, and I didn't really complain too much about it, so there's nothing really to complain about actually, except except for, of course, the length of the match and the lazy finish of the steel cage match. But other than that, it was still a very good show, and so good. Always good to see Jesse Ventura on there, and putting on a show, and as much as I hate Logan Paul, that will never change. That will never change. But he did actually have a pretty good match with Jey Uso. They're pretty much equally um, matched as far as that, but nonetheless, they did work well together, I think. And but does that change my mind about Logan Paul? Absolutely not. My opinion on him still remains, and will continue until I actually get called up and say, hey, why don't you make Logan Paul's life a living hell? I heard what you've been saying about I heard what you've been saying about Logan Paul, and you know what? If you want to come in and just become an enforcer or everything, just let me know. Kind of hoping that we could do a Montreal screw job. That would be funny. I would love to be a part of that. Be a part of a Montreal screw job finish with Logan Paul. Logan Paul. You know, deck somebody with the brass knucks. I ring the bell. Be like a special enforcer outside and be like, "Yeah, I'm blowing my nose with toilet paper. Don't judge." That's super absorbent. So yeah. Um. So, got some time for questions. If anybody has some questions, feel free. The chat's open, and you'll see. Money's not the only one. Well, I'm sure he would like to hear what everybody else would have to say. Shout out to C Money. Jesus. Oh boy. So yeah. Um. So yeah, just love to hear everybody else's feedback about the show. Let us know. Okay. Because we got some time left. Oh yeah, by the way, um, there's still time to snag your WrestleMania 41 pack on the locker room code for WWE 2K25. Um, you still have that. You still have until the end of this month to snag that. So like 1 week away, and then of course there's also another one too, which I forgot to grab. Excuse me. Let's see. Uh, Gotta find it. Oh, nice. Um, I think I put it up there. Actually, I actually I didn't. That means I gotta go on Twitter or WokeX, I call it. I didn't put that on there either. Sorry. Okay. So, so yeah, this one here, Cha-ching, 12500, 12500. This one you still you have still time for this. This is good until the end of the year, so you'll be able to cash in uh 12,500 virtual currency, and you can use that um for your for the to get my faction cards or whatever and everything like that. There's a new pack that just came out the other day. It's Sinister. I talked about it last night on a bonus episode of Wrestling Prime. So yeah, that's up on the channel right now. Check that out. And so yeah, you still have time for the WrestleMania packs and that as well too. So yeah. So, yeah. Um so but yeah. Um there's nothing else. And I guess I'm gonna call this episode to a close. And but yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow me on Blue Sky at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. Um, Samoan Spike the like. If you like what you saw, if you like what you saw, give it a Samoan Spike. And comment down below what you thought of the Saturday night's main event. Let us know in the comment section down below. Ring the bell to stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next. And be sure to support small streamers like myself by doing the most important thing that you can do for us small streamers like myself, and that is acknowledge the subscribe button. And we will see you all here again next week. Um, well, not not next Saturday. Next Saturday will be Wrestling Prime Elite, but next Friday will be um back to our regularly scheduled program, unless noted otherwise. And so yeah, but yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in, and yeah, we're gonna have I'll be back here again tomorrow night with my review of Double or Nothing for AEW, and we'll be doing Wrestling Prime Elite on that one. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And so yeah, that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow night.